Hi everyone, today is July 3rd, 2023. I'm in the cat room. I was watching some of my videos, because I hadn't watched them, I just kind of did them. And now I'm all emotional again, and I don't know what the best option is. And I've had my life get scrutinized before, and and so part of me just wants to fly over there as fast as I can. Just be like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And just engulf him. It's one of his videos. He said he uses he and hims. He tries really hard to be PC. I was calling him a them. I don't know. I don't know this stuff. I'm trying. There's a huge learning curve. I'm not good with colloquials and pop culture and social media and all these things. I'm working at a huge, huge deficit. And so I have different options that I can do. I could, the Trailblazers, the oil's changed. I could just drive over there. Yeah, I would be the cuckoo cat that drives from Maryland to California because my love for my kittens is everything. It's all consuming. I will be there as soon as I can. And I think about my dad in Montana, and I have to look at how far away Montana is. I think he was in Montana. He drove 3 days because I said, I need you. I never tell him I need him. I don't do it. I mean, I scratch that. I have said that I need him. I've never called my dad off of a job before. Never wanted to. He's always like, oh, you're unaliving. Oh, you got to come back home. All this stuff. And he pushed himself. He drove all the way over here as fast as he could. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I could go over there in the Trailblazer and run a social experiment of what is it like for a woman to have 2 children and be on the road and looking for their child and just surviving. I have the mechanical abilities to do so. I should have the mechanical abilities to keep that truck on the road. I'd be possibly sacrificing something I really care about for something I care about more than anything. My children I care about more than anything. But you have to have money. It's always a time-money equation. And the time is short because the time is summer. The time is senior year of high school and being scared and everything else. The time is the delay that's on these videos. I don't care if you guys all come after me. If you guys all want to paint me as the bad guy, I have no cares. I will care. As long as you don't mess with my children, my ability to provide for my children, I don't care. Baby Hulk has appointments that he's supposed to do. So I have to have him with me continuously because he literally won't survive without me. It's a really difficult spot. Fairy Unicorn's homeschooled. And so I could go anywhere. And Baby Hulk is doing fairly well right now because I've modified his diet and I've modified every single thing I can possibly think of. And if I went out there in the Trailblazer, I wouldn't have to do the fancy cat stuff. Husband cat would be so mad. I've always said that I could live in my vehicle if I had to. My wild cards have always been having children. But I think there's other women out there that have been forced into that position. Because strategizing, like, I could do that. I could live out of my vehicle with my children. I could have people call me a bad mom and stuff. But I mean, the Trailblazer's perfectly equipped for that. I have hidden storage that I found out about recently with my little pack rat stuff. I could do fast food, healthy-ish fast food, healthiest cheap fast food. I could meal prep in the Trailblazer. I could go to the Dollar Tree. I could use Home Depot for different miscellaneous things to keep the Trailblazer running and good. And we could just be on a crazy cat adventure, and I could temperature control the whole thing and find places to park for my cat naps, because thanks to Baby Hulk, I can do the whole sleep for an hour and a half at a time thing. So I know I could drive across the country. It's not fair that children have to do it continuously. And fuel is not cheap, but alternatives of it. So, I don't know. I really, 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 really don't know what to do. I know I could try to add in buzzwords and make it where, like, you guys all see me, and I don't know enough about social media. Like, I just have so much on my plate, and I don't really care. I would drop everything, but I don't know if it would be best for his mental health, my O's mental health. I don't know if I show up there, if they're going to want to hit me, or they're going to want to hug me. And so I don't know what to do. Because I could get a membership at the YMCA and provide my children with water and play and happies and everything else. And then part of me is like, if I worked on the houses so that I could have more monies, I could get a Miss Piggy. I've always wanted to get a little Miss Piggy. Like a older 15-packer van. I don't know much about them. All I know is that they're like little tanks, and they drive all over the place, and they do everything. I mean, I could talk to Daddy Cat Dog about, him trying to find one. Because if you take most of the seats out, that's like basically a little minivan. Or, not a minivan. It's not a minivan. It's basically husband cats called them the Catholic assault vehicles or something. But if you took out all the seats, or most of the seats, it's perfectly equipped to be whatever you want it to be. It'll drive wherever. I don't know much about, it's a Dodge, so I guess I could figure it out. If I had money, I could buy one. And between habitats and second chances and everything else, I could put it together to make it like awesome. And then by the time they graduate from high school, they will have transportation and a roof over their heads. But they don't have the means to take care of it. They don't have the knowledge on how to do it. I don't know. I'm strategizing. I could fly over there on points, get a car out of pocket, stay at a hotel on points, drop some of my stuff in that area. There's a homeless problem there. I could document the whole thing. There's a homeless problem here. The difference between the two places is there's a huge amount of houses over here. Huge amount of houses. And like, if people work together, we could fix this city. That's a known. I know where all the cracks are. I know enough of the different types of people to see through it. But everybody cares too much about their own stuff. And my O cares about mental health. There's a mental health issue over here, a big, big mental health issue over here. There's a lot of substance abuse over here. And I talk to the people all the time, but I don't know if it's within their comfort levels to talk to me about their lives. I could document that. I don't know what the right answer is. The only thing I care about right now in this moment, and since 17 years ago, December 13th, 2005, it's my baby cat. Because my other two cats are okay. My other two kittens, Baby Hulk, with his mommy, he's good. He tried to not stick around, and I made sure he stuck around. And he pushed my limits. Really did. And there are people that have it way worse than he did. But I have all of his little things. He got down to the second percentile. I was on the verge of a mental breakdown because I was like, I'm going to lose this cat. And I can't. If I lose this cat, I'm done. So that was hard. And I just hyper-focused on medical stuff, stopped everything else in my life because my son depended on me to do so. And right now I have a son. I have a child. I was born a female. It's beautiful and amazing. And I have now, they have decided that they want to be still identified as a female, trying to use their words, and referred to as a he, him, which I love. I love because, like, you can be that wonderful combination of masculine and feminine. That's a little me over there. Yeah, it correlates into my he, she, me's, and outs. That's a little me. I don't know. Could be a no. I know I'm boring. I don't know. Like, my brain typically will not be quiet. And this is like one of the first times in my life that there's just silence. All I hear is the fan over there and the fan over there and the fan over there, and looking at the pictures on the walls. I don't know if I should just come out and say that I see you, I love you. I don't know if I should do a covert cat mission. I don't know what to do. And everyone out there, like, they've already scorned me. They've already grumbled at me. They've called for really, really nice stuff to talk to me. And there's so many choices. And I don't know what would be the best choice for them, for him. Because currently, I have 2 sons and a daughter. Which is so ironic, because I always thought that if I had a boy, I didn't care. I did not care that my O was a little girl. I was like, come on, mommy's working. Here, let's go. I was teaching fierce independence and being respectful and all that stuff. That's what they needed. In my opinion, that's what they needed. And I try to do the same thing with Fiery Unicorn. I'm like, come on, let's go. Pick up the bags. Mommy, I don't want to do it. Okay, well, we have jobs that we have to do. Everyone has a job that they have to do. And your job is to go to school and to become the smartest cat that you can possibly become, and to work hard, because, you know, life is hard and we have to learn how to do it. You can have parents make all the monies and not teach any of the stuff about how the monies are made. And then you can get people stuck on clean money and dirty money and all this other stuff. And Daddy Cat Dog and Grandmommy Chrissy, they helped. They helped a lot with teaching me a lot of things. But you know who else helped? A bunch of Marines. A bunch of really good people. A bunch of people that were like, oorah, semper fi, have a great day, apple pie, all that stuff. We're the melting pot. We all have something to offer somebody else. And for me, it was like, as soon as somebody wanted to like try to help me, or they're a resource of information, like immediately I'm like, ooh, papacatas, because I was always learning and always evolving, because I knew that they had years on me. I love talking to older people. You know why? Because they have all the stories and the correlation and the cool stuff and everything else. They're like little anthropological studies on their lives and their history and everything else. And we get stuck on like writing the stuff down. We literally have the people available. We literally get to talk to people all day long. So you can choose to have every experience in life be a positive one or a negative one. You can choose to get burned and never touch something again, or whatever. And maybe this is all going to go down to forgiveness. Maybe I have to forgive the first ex one, because they did all this stuff. Maybe they're a totally different person now. I don't know. I don't care. I have literally done everything in my power to get things done. I fought really hard. I lost 2 businesses. I lost a fanciful house. I didn't lose any of my vehicles. I almost went bankrupt. I drove back and forth to and from Mississippi every week and a half, 2 weeks. I functioned off of 2 stimulants that are legal. Not pills. I don't do that. Caffeine and the one that like smoky sticks, or modern day smoky sticks, depending on when it was. Now I know why that all worked for me. And now I know why I don't do the adult beverage stuff. I started to try to do a business in Mississippi, another daycare. Rented a building, lived in the building, worked my tail off. It's like, oh, first one, get that one in motion, try. And start another one in Mississippi. And people thought I was a cuckoo bird, because I don't mess around with my children. And this time, it's way further away. Everything is way further away. So I could literally go over there and be a little nomad, camping out of my Trailblazer with my children, going to the YMCA, and being like a modern day Grandmommy Chrissy, but like she found a box. Like, that's the biggest thing. Once you have a box, you're good. But the thing is that from this perspective, for me, it's once you have a box on wheels. Once you have a box on wheels, you have a roof over your head, you have stability, you have transportation, you have everything all together. Vehicles are critical for me. They are critical to my survival, because they provide transportation, shelter, storage, all the stuff. They just do. And I don't know what to do with it all. I feel like I need to stay here and get these houses where they're rented, so that way husband cat can pay the bills with the houses and with the monies. And then I'll go on a crazy cat adventure, because guess what? Husband cat and I are good enough where, like, if I told him, he would not. He is a fanciful cat, though. That's the only wild card. If I was like, hey, husband cat, I love you so very much. I'm going to go to California with the kittens and the Trailblazer, and we're going to live in it. And we're going to, like, do a social experiment of how do we survive this crazy cat stuff? And how do we talk to people and find out what their problems are? And then, like, the be more part of me is like, there's lots of problems here in Baltimore, and there's lots of houses over here, and so maybe I can, like, get some of those people to come over here, and then we can all work together. But then, like, the city has it all set up where you can't even pull permits and stuff, and then I don't have the fanciful papers, and so there are lots of complicated, like, gray areas, where other places, if you own the place, then you can pull permits and you can get the work done. And so it kind of messes everybody else up. And then I've heard the argument that's like, oh, it's because all the houses are interconnected. Yeah, but if you make it so tight and so hard to get through the process of getting things done to your box, then how are you supposed to do it? Time money equation, guys. You can have all the energy in the world, have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have the fanciful papers, you can't do anything with them. I am a perfect example of that. I am. Money only matters when you don't have enough. And it's kind of hard to be happy when you're homeless. But I do see a lot of happy homeless people over here. So maybe there's a bunch of happy homeless people over there too. Don't know. Don't know. But I, as a mommy cat, could, if husband cat did not get super, super, super grumpy about it. Which I think he also just, like, he has no problem. He would have no problem with me. I mean, he would have problems. He would miss me. But he'd be like, my cat's deploying to California. in a metal tent. In a metal tent. It's like, as long as she has swipies, and as long as she has some tools, she'll be good. Because I will. I put my money where my mouth is. I will be a camper cat. I mean, I went from a big box to like a busted box, and like, you guys don't even know how much stuff I did to get this box to be that is box status, and like all the crazy cat adventures and like the learning experience and all the stuff that I've had to do. Like, I don't know. But then I don't know if I should make a Miss Piggy. But then I would be taking a vehicle that I don't know, that I'd have to like figure out along the way, and then I'd be a little bit scared. And I don't even know how much Miss Piggy would cost. I don't have the monies for Miss Piggy. But then, like, in my mind, I was always like, when my kittens are old enough to drive, I will get them a vehicle. I will do all this stuff. So it's like Dodge Ecoline van. Look at the little Miss Piggies. This is the specific Miss Piggy that I want to find. This one. Oink, oink. Because this would be perfect. This would be perfect for my cat. I don't know how much they are. Wait a second. I messed it up. This is the one. No, come on. If I could find one in the right color. I think Daddy Cat had the other one too. But like, what was one of these? Daddy Cat dog. He's so cool. I had such a good, bad, everything with all the stuff. I've been through a lot of stuff and I still managed to be happy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a cuckoo bird. Oh, look, it's a Miss Piggy, but it's a peppermint patty. I'm just excited to know that my oldest is... Ladies out there, don't keep children from their fathers. Don't do it. It's wrong. Don't do it. It's bad. This is one of those gender role reversal things, the double standards. I'm living it. I pay child support for a child I don't get to see. and when the roles were reversed, I was harassing the father to spend time with the child. Because he was like, oh, I don't want to have to pay for this and that and everything else, blah, 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 blah. I want to stay at your house. And my current husband was like, absolutely not. I've heard too much. I know too much. This is the place that is secure. It's not happening. So you know what I did? Even though it made my current husband mad, I gave him a key to the daycare. Well, no, I didn't. I did not give him a key to the daycare. I gave him the key code for the daycare. I made sure that they had all the food available. There were showers there. There were toilets there. There was a kitchen there. He made me even bring over the mattresses and stuff. And you know what? He only did it one time. That was it. And then he complained because there wasn't a TV. I'm like, you were spending time with your child. You don't need a TV. Screens are not required to spend time with your children. I have no problem with Disneyland dads, because you know what? If they have to go and work and make their money and then go on crazy cat adventures and then like people get mad about it, they worked hard for the money so they could pay the child support so they could do the crazy cat adventures. There are different ways to show love. The 5 love languages. You know what? I'm gonna add that to my thing. Right now, I'm working on a thing. Don't have my selfie stick. What's new? So, this one is Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I started writing it out. Home is where family lives. Physiological needs: air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, safety, personal security, employment, resources, health, property, love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, and sense of connection, esteem, respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, freedom, self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. I have not had this one. I've lost all of these, but I've still been here. And this is where I want my kitten to be. All the time, no matter what. And then, what was I just saying? So the 5 love languages. I don't know if you guys, oh, sorry. So one of them is, mine are physical touch. And then there is physical touch and acts of service. I'm trying to make sure. See, I'm having to hold you guys. Acts of service. What is it? There's a gift giving. You guys are messing me up, so my handwriting's like super big. It's not normally that big. Plus the lines are messing me up, sorry. Physical touch, acts of service, gift giving, quality time. It's 4. I'm missing somebody. We always think about ourselves and we forget about the other ones. Oh, words of affirmation. I'm not the best speller in the world. My brain's just wired a little funny. I know. You look at that whole picture. And then you combine this. Maybe I should just do a Miss Piggy. Because it might be 2 birds, 1 stone. 5 love languages. The physical touch, I could give her hugs and stuff. Acts of service. If I found a Miss Piggy, even though I always wanted a Miss Piggy because I thought it'd be really cool, give it to them as a gift. The quality time would be the experience of learning how to do it. And even if they don't want to see me or touch me, or they just want my gift and then they run away, I'm fine with that. As long as I know that I know they don't have to deal with the stuff that I had to deal with. And then words of affirmation, I could write like little happies all over it. It could just be like covered in love. Home is where the family lives. I was writing something else and then I thought of my Maslow's, because as long as it could provide clean air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing. I don't want reproduction right now. No. Too young of a cat. Plus, not in the cat schools. So, we don't need that. I mean, eventually, people should do that, because otherwise, unless you're just gonna help people that have kittens that can't take care of them. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Safety, so personal security, employment, resources, health, property. Property would be Miss Piggy. All the other stuff would fall in a line. Can help them find a job. Love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. They clearly have friends. They are clearly, I don't know, this one goes back and forth based off of the amount of stuff I've been able to watch. But they could have emotional intimacy with me, and I would be their vault, and I would never let anyone know any other stuff. Family, sense of connection, those all tie together. They have a sissy cat. They have a baby Hulk. Esteem is respect, self-esteem, They should have these, and if they don't, I can help with these. Recognition, strength, freedom. The freedom would be Miss Piggy because they could literally go anywhere they want to. Self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. And they could do that. Because just like in high school when I read A Room of One's Own, and I guess that could be part of the Miss Piggy stuff too. So that's going to be my goal. My goal for this year is going to be to see if I can get in contact with Natty Cat and see who the person was at the end of that text chain that's in Santa Rosa. Try to get Natty Cat to work with me so that we can get all of her stuff tied up into a neat little bow with the social media stuff. And any funding stuff, because I am at a loss for the time money equation stuff. I understand that I'm doing way better than other people are. I'll work on my houses because that's what I need to do to provide for my family. There's medical bills, stuff like that. I will touch base with Natty Cat, maybe make a bunch of flyers, send them over, or stickers, because Vistaprint's awesome, and I will just put it everywhere. And that way, it will be O's choice on what they want to do, and eventually they'll find me, because I found them. I'm so excited that I found them. You have no idea. You have no idea. And if they want me to come over there, then I'll come over there. And if they don't want me to come over there, then I will be a cat literally on the other side of the country, working towards a goal. And, I am your ultimate bad guy, according to your stuff. That is fine. Hyper-focus on me. I literally gave up everything in my life except for my life for you. And I can't, for self-preservation for my children, I can't give up my life for my kitten. I cannot sacrifice one for two. I cannot. So if that's what they want, then it's like, if I can, I am going to try to get a Miss Piggy. And after I get a Miss Piggy, I'm going to try to use the social media stuff to find, first off, I got to find out if they even want a Miss Piggy. I got to find out what they want, because I can't just make all these decisions. I have a whole bunch of plans, but I need a forum to be able to just be like, hi, Cat, as a random person, because I understand that I am the ultimate mean guy. What, if you could do anything, what would you do? I cannot pay to get you into the fanciful school. I cannot pay to get you a fanciful car. I cannot do those things. But if you could do things, give me broad things of what you would want to do. Would you want to travel the country? Would you want to help homeless people? Would you like to be a mental health advocate? What do you want to do? Do you want to still be a librarian? If I get you a Miss Piggy and you're in the Cali where like people do the RV stuff, I just want to make sure that they're secure. If they want to stay in the apartment, if their father's going to let them stay in the apartment and not worry about their roof over their heads, but I don't know what's going on in that house. I know how he was with me. I have no idea how he is now. And so, do you need personal security? Do you need a teeny tiny little micro box? Like, because parking and stuff. Like, would a Miss Piggy even be a bad idea? Because then it's like, yeah, I have shelter for me, but guess what? Like, I could make it where anybody could live in any vehicle. I'm telling you. I could figure that out. I'll take those as challenges. Give me your basic wants, and I'll give you some, and your basic wants, and give me your basic needs, and I'll try to figure it out. And if I can get you some wants too, then I will. That's my challenge to myself. I'll help anybody that wants to help. No problems with that. I have a blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, based off of this, you can put this in here, this in here, this in here. You need to do these things with this vehicle. No problem. If everybody wants to live in a box on wheels, I will help them live on a box on wheels. That would be like the ultimate. But, maybe some of the Cali people should come to Be More And maybe we could like work on changing some stuff over here, because you guys know how to be loud and proud and screamy and stuff. Not in an offensive way at all, but like in a, this is wrong. I have fancy papers. I paid lots of money for these fancy papers, and this is wrong, and this is why we have dying cities. That's it. And so, like, if you guys want to join forces, I know all the legal mumbo jumbo stuff, how to do it. I know a fair amount of the court stuff. And if I had more people, like, we could change things. Just saying. And, like, everything on this is going at a delay. So, like, if you want to reach out to me and you want to start changing things, I don't know about the Cali stuff. I don't know how much land is available. I don't know how much houses is available. There are boxes over here. There are boxes over here. And I can teach anyone to do, not anyone to do anything. I can teach people to fish. And you can remove religious stuff from it. You can turn it into a whatever kind of thing you want to. I can go to Fords versus Chevys. I don't know the techie computer social media stuff. It's not me. All right, bye.